This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Michigan State Spartans and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Notre Dame coming off a 10-win season, but there was a sour taste in their mouth after they were left out of the college football playoff. Marcus Freeman has so many great recruits loaded with talent. He knows this team is going to have a huge chip on their shoulder as they try to get back into the college football playoff this season. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. The Spartans offense will have the football first. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Running inside, it's Edwards. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. In these rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll try to get it through the air. Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense, because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a first and goal. A couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. That's in the tight end in motion. Here's Carr to throw. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Michigan State's offense heads out, ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Looking to fire. The sure hands, it's McCray. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
They'll try to run for it. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good 3rd down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you wanted. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Finds his man. It's McCray. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down. The Spartans look to keep this drive humming. The run inside. It's Edwards. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. This is what Spartan running backs do. They get behind their pads, they move the chains. Le'Veon Bell among many who've been great at that.
And Kenneth Walker, man, you pulled back a couple of years ago, such a great season too. But just that's their physicality. That's the brand that they've had. That's what their coaches embrace. You know, not being the quote-unquote main team in their state, but they're going to hit you in the face and they're going to play physical.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
At the end of that play, there is still a member of the Fighting Irish down on the field. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. Third and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Dead center perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Barres. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They'll move the wide receiver. Carr. Here's a hit. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
Back to pass, it's Carr. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Using his legs, it's Edwards. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. We'll check on his status, but at the moment, we'll take a timeout. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's McCray. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Wants to throw it again. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. After that near turnover, the clock is stopped as they tend to an injured player. So as they take a look at the injured player, we will take a timeout. And the Spartans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Right back to the well. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
This guy has been hard to bring down on this drive for the defense, and the D's lucky there because it was a DB that saved a touchdown. When he got into the second level, he put the Jets on. There were people in the stadium holding their breath thinking he might break it, but this defense up front, they've got to be able to...
Looking for the end zone. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Power ahead. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Pushes toward the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And the extra point gives him a 3-point lead at 10-7. And he'll bring it back. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Quarterback keeps it. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a 1st down.
And, man, we've all experienced these rivalry games and how much fun they are. And this offense had a lot of fun a year ago, right? Like, they dominated this rivalry. They've been kind of hot coming in. And I really look forward to seeing this running back. Can he be physical? Because you know the anger, the animosity, all the stuff that comes with these rivalry games, you need your running back to set the tone and have a great game.
It's going to be fun to watch this receiving group, I think, for Notre Dame this season. I think one of the things Marcus Freeman's done a really good job of in recent years is go to the portal and bring difference makers at the receiver spot. It was Malachi Fields coming over for Virginia, the big, tall body making big plays downfield last year for the Irish. And this has always been a position, David, that we thought was always a little bit behind some of the elite competition in college football, but it feels like that's starting to change now.
And Greathouse and Faison both back, so obviously some experience there, but then bringing in some ultra-talented, highly recruited receivers from Ohio State. Those guys usually pan out pretty well. To have that speed element, and a couple of guys that maybe clip now with this C.J. Carr offense, and the passing attack, which went from a liability a couple years ago to a strength.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Trying to get rid of it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Quickly to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. From the gun on third down, Carr. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking for a crease. It's Edwards. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Edwards. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Snagged in the middle. It's West. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5. Timeout taken by the Spartans, their first of 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Fires to the big fella. Now Michigan State wants to stop the clock. It's their second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And with that last grab coming up just short of the sticks, plenty of options here on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Taken in by Smith on the right side. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. The run inside. It's Edwards. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Now the Spartans calling their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Unleashes one deep. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. The give is to Williams. Nice move there. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellows, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels taking on the number 16, the LSU Tigers.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Guys, I caught up with Notre Dame's head coach coming out of the locker room. This is exactly what he expected from two undefeated teams, very closely matched opponents, and that's exactly how it played out in the first half. But he believes his team is better, and they can make some noise here to start the second half. I'll let you know on how things are developing here on his sideline as the game goes on. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Throwing, Carr. Caught by Williams on the right. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
To throw, it's Carr. Quickly out to the tight end. There he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Notre Dame explosive in the passing game. Let's see what they do here. The pull and throw off the RPO. Could not make his way to the corner.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. C.J. Carr firing again. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. With that, they grab the lead here in the second half. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Here comes the Spartans offense ready to go to work. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. On the run, it's Edwards. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, running up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
The volley cheers going on high. And here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. He's got it. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7. Now on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Moore. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Spartans have their offense in high gear. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's McCray. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on third down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop it. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
Hey, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm, the passing game looking good.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And the defense gets home and gets the quarterback on the ground. We heard all week how important this would be, protecting the quarterback. Last week, this defense had 4 sacks. They've done a nice job. Forget this one and move on.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. From the gun, wants to pass. That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Bringing it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And I don't know if he made the right decision there or not. You could tell he could have given the football to the running back, but he chose to keep it, and it just got strung out down the right side and nowhere to go. I'll tell you what, better defense than bad decision-making by that quarterback.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Running inside, it's Williams. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Reporting from the Michigan State sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you guys.
All first down at 2nd and 7. Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Here come the Irish back on offense. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
It's incomplete. They've been waiting to run that one and couldn't quite pull it off. It's 3rd down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play.
Makes the grab in their space. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Going to the run, it's Williams. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down.
Touchdown, Irish! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And listen, my job is to get it to my playmakers like this guy on the outside. He'll do the rest. He'll get in the end zone. Nice catch, but to finish it with a touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Michigan State's offense heads out, ready to go to work. After giving up that score on the last possession, now they need a touchdown and the 2-point conversion to tie things up. On the ground, it's Edwards. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Keep it on the ground. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly what we've got working here. There's a little room there. Crosses midfield. The 30. The 20. 10. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, I think this running back has proved in this game here tonight that he can be counted on and relied on, right? And a big moment right here, late in the game when they need to run the ball to ice this thing, he's able to deliver.
There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Slams it ahead. Touchdown, Sparty! And they take it in for 6 more points. The The Spartans have the lead.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Now they'll try to tie it up with the 2 late. He's looking to throw. And down he goes, and down goes for the moment. The chance to tie the game here in the 4th. Fielded in the end zone, it's Perez. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They take over holding this slim lead, and a drive right here sure would be nice. The run inside. It's Williams. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. The Irish, after the chunk play through the air, back to the line. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. He's got it on the right. Past the 45. Jakes a man, and he might take off. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
That's a bang-bang type play, RPO, in and out of the hands of the QB quickly. Just get it into the hands of your playmaker as fast as possible and let him do the rest. When you've got this guy's athleticism, man, that is such a great design on offense, and it comes up big.
Here's Carr to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback. And the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Using his feet. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Now Michigan State wants to stop the clock. It's their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Leaves it with the back. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. Now the Spartans calling their 3rd and final timeout. And they've used their last timeout, and now the offense can start burning the clock. And he got it! They've stretched out the lead, and now they can't catch him with a field goal.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe two, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Here's a throw downfield late. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. The quarterback takes a knee. When you deal with a rivalry game, you have to live with the outcome for a full year. And this one is going to rest in their minds for the entire season going into next year.
And it's not going to sit well with the losing team. When you lose these, you're going to get hounded and you're going to get hate. You're going to get social media is going to destroy you about losing to your rival. But you got to put it past you. It is just one game. It's not that big of a deal. Well, yes, it kind of is.
It kind of is a big deal. You're right, David. I mean, a lot of these kids, they played with each other or against each other in high school. They've known each other for a long time. There's going to be a lot of trash talking going on, not just between players,